Good morning everyone. I can't really see whether I'm in focus or whether I'm actually level or flat or anything because you're resting on a log there because I didn't bring a tripod because I'm not very smart. I am out in the ironbark forests of central Victoria. I'm looking for Dwyer snakes. I've never gotten a Dwyer snake on the channel. They're not a particularly interesting snake, but I'm sure you've noticed in my last couple of videos I'm having a bit of a dry streak. It's not that I'm not finding snakes, it's that I'm not filming them. Like at work we've seen brown snakes and tiger snakes. In the last video that I uploaded when I went out with a mate to Hatter, we found one snake. It was an eastern brown and it disappeared before we can get any footage. So hopefully we can turn that around today. We've had 50 mil. Because this ground's all rock, I'm hoping that we've kind of just pushed them out of their burrows and just under some tin. There's a fair bit of tin laying around, so fingers crossed we can get eyes on a Dwyer's. That is a tiny little baby wood gecko. And here's a tiny little baby, very, very cold, very, very wet. He needs to find a better spot to sleep. Like, look at how big he is. Tiny little fella. Look at you. How cute is that? That's actually a good find. This is the third piece of tin I've looked under, and I'm actually quite content with that. You need to find somewhere better to sleep, little friend. Look at that. Cute little non-herp. A non-protected species I can actually pick up and show to you guys. Hard to see, it's having trouble focusing because he's too little. It's cute though. General rule with scorpions is big claws equals not a really super nasty sting. These guys I do know for a fact, however, have a painful sting. It's just not going to do any real damage to you. Fat-tailed dunnard under this, which is pretty cool. Hello little guy. Oh, it's not a fat-tailed dunnard. Cool. It's a slender tail, I suppose. Cute. How cute is that? Tell you what, this place is just a weird spot to find unexpected crap. Like, I'm crossing the road and I'm like, what the hell is that? Is that a snake moving around on a day like today? It's a trail of horse caterpillars. I've never seen horse caterpillars out here. The closest place I've seen horse caterpillars like this is like 5 hours from here. That's really, really cool. Been to a few spots thus far. This is usually my most productive Dwyer's spot. No Dwyer's just yet, still got a bit to go through, but you get a little spotted marsh. Glorious. I was on my way back and I was unsatisfied at the lack of stuff, so I'm like, okay, I'll go back to the first spot and do a double flip. And I can already see, hey, we've got a friend. Let's go. It was a much bigger challenge than I thought it would be. So here's our little grumpy friend. He's facing me now because he's not very happy with me because I've woken him up. But as you can see, they're just pretty nondescript fossorial, semi-fossorial nocturnal snakes. Orange to brown body, black head. Where we go in the mallee, we do get really, 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 really pretty ones. They have yellow bellies, red backs with a black stripe connecting from their head all the way down. He's grumpy. They will move around during the day to get themselves in the sunlight a little bit. These guys do move around at night time. I've never found them moving around at night time here. Look, you're grumpy now. You're going to try and bite me. They are venomous, pretty mildly venomous, and he's also very sluggish because he's dirty. So it's quite a cold day. It's the middle of April. Yeah, I came to this spot earlier. This was actually the same bit of tin I found the gecko under. So I thought, oh, I'll come back, I'll see if that gecko's still there. Sure enough, I actually haven't seen him, to be completely honest, because I was too distracted by our target species for the day. There seems to be a horizontal line in Victoria where you get this ironbark country, this goldfields country, where you think you should probably be finding little whip snakes, which are this sort of flagellum, and these guys are sort of Dwyer eye. So they are very similar. They do look similar to the untrained eye. Actually, they look somewhat similar to curl snakes, which I've featured. They're the same genus, but these guys won't hurt quite as much if they bite you. The little whip snake has got a recorded death, but that's only because the man who was bitten by it was chocked up on medicine and it actually knocked him over, unfortunately for him. I thought I was recording so I didn't get his goodbye, but he went down that hole there. That's his hole. And that's his hole right there. That's where he just went down. There's that little gecko that I saw earlier. So they're cohabiting very nicely, but he's a bit happier. He's moving around, he's a bit warmer, a bit dry now.
Alright, just checking in here from the future just to clarify that I was in no danger of getting bitten here. I know he looks grumpy and he's like leaping out at me, but not once in this entire day did he open his mouth. So they're all complete mock strikes. Not to mention I'm also wearing pants. He's a smaller leopard. Leopards, especially Australian leopards, tend to have small fangs, so he would not have been able to get through my pants. If for whatever reason I made a terrible lapse in judgment and got myself bitten, it would likely be similar symptoms to a bee sting. They're not really well understood, but they have been observed with a very mild bite, like a bee sting, as I said. So I wasn't in any real danger, but it's always nice to find the target species for the day. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. The next video will be a couple of weeks away because I'm going up to the southwest of Queensland, and there's some pretty cool stuff up there. It's going to be the near winter, so not hold my breath for a whole lot of really cool, amazing finds, but hopefully get some cool stuff, like some cool birds. Might get some marsupials. I've seen some cool marsupials there. Last time I was there, I just found a bilby, which is really cool. So tune in for that, and thank you very much for watching.